Welcome, dear listeners, to the threshold of the unknown, where the veil between our world and the shadowed realm is thinnest. Today, we venture into the heart of darkness, to a place shrouded in mystery and whispered legends. Nestled in the dense forests of the Czech Republic stands Houska Castle, an enigmatic fortress built not for kings or queens, but to guard a chasm believed to be the gateway to hell itself. They say the castle was constructed not to keep invaders out, but to keep something far more sinister locked within. A hole so deep and dark, it was said to be filled with the creatures of the night, demons and entities that sought to break free from their fiery prison below and roam amongst the living. As we peel back the layers of time, we'll uncover the tales of those who dared to seal this portal, the brave souls who ventured into the abyss, and the spirits that linger within the ancient walls of Houska Castle. From eerie legends to chilling encounters, this fortress holds secrets that are as unsettling as they are compelling. So, dim the lights, draw closer, and prepare to embark on a journey into the supernatural, where history and horror intertwine. This is the story of Houska Castle, the gateway to hell. Welcome to the darkness. Welcome to our podcast. In the shadows of what is now known as the Czech Republic, amidst the whispering forests, and veiled beneath the mists of time, lies a mystery as deep as it is dark. Our story begins with a chasm, a gaping void so ominous and enigmatic. It has stirred the hearts of those who dwell near it with a dread so profound it seeps into the very soil on which they tread. This is no ordinary pit. This is the alleged gateway to hell, the foundation upon which Houska Castle stands a sentinel in the silence. Long before the castle's stones were laid, the villagers spoke of the hole with hushed voices, trading tales by the flicker of firelight about the unspeakable horrors that lurked below. They said it was a bottomless pit, a portal to the netherworld from which there was no return. From its depths, it was whispered, came not just the howls of the end, but creatures so vile, so contrary to nature's design, that to gaze upon them was to invite madness. The legends tell of a darkness that swelled from the pit, a darkness so dense it seemed to devour the light itself. Animals refused to near it. Birds would silence their song, as if in mourning for souls lost to its depths. The bravest of men dared not venture too close, fearing the pull of the abyss might claim them, drawn down into the bowels of the earth, from whence no cry for mercy could escape. As the tales grew, so did the terror. Desperate for respite, the villagers sought help from monks, who attempted to exorcise the pit, to seal away the evil that emanated like a plague. But the darkness was not so easily vanquished. Reports of apparitions, of grotesque figures half seen in a gloaming, persisted. Screams in the night, chilling winds that carried the stench of brimstone, and a malaise that settled over the land like a shroud, all pointed to the hellish gateway remaining unsealed. It was in this climate of fear and desperation that the decision was made to erect Houska Castle. But this would be no ordinary fortress. Its purpose was not to repel invaders or to house nobility. It was to serve as a bastion against the darkness, a barrier over the abyss. The castle was to be a lock on the door to hell, a means to contain the evil that sought to spill forth into the world of the living. And so, with a sense of foreboding heavy in the air, the construction began. Each stone laid was a prayer, a plea for protection. The workers toiled, driven not by the promise of gold, but by the hope of safeguarding their souls and those of their descendants from the unspeakable horrors that dwelled within the pit. But, as we shall see, the shadows are tenacious, and evil, like water, finds its way through the smallest of cracks. The castle, for all its might and intent, could not silence the whispers of the abyss, nor could it stop the tales of terror that grew around it. For some say the gateway was not sealed, but merely masked, and that beneath Houska Castle, the gateway to hell waits, hungering, biding its time. This is the beginning of our tale, a tale of darkness, of courage, and of the thin veil that separates our world from the horrors that lie beyond. Welcome, dear listeners, to the saga of Houska Castle. As the dawn of the 13th century broke over the lands that would come to be known as the Czech Republic, a project of unparalleled ambition and eerie purpose took shape. This was the era that witnessed the birth of Houska Castle, a fortress enshrouded in mystery and speculation from its very inception. Unlike any other castle of its time, Houska was not erected on the principles of defense or the needs of habitation. Instead, it rose from the ground as if compelled by a force unseen, driven by a mission far removed from the concerns of mortal men. The location chosen for Houska Castle was, in itself, a subject of much speculation, far removed from trade routes, devoid of strategic value. The castle overlooked the dense forests, its gaze fixed upon the chasm that plunged into the earth below. This was no site for a castle seeking to command territories or protect inhabitants. No, this was a place of otherworldly concern, a bulwark against the supernatural. As the construction progressed, peculiarities in the castle's design began to emerge, each more baffling than the last. Fortifications that should have defended against sieges were conspicuously absent. There were no kitchens within its walls, no source of water to sustain a garrison or household. The castle seemed unconcerned with the practicalities of medieval life, its architecture defying the conventions of the time. Most telling of all were the windows, many of which were false, opening onto solid stone. Rooms were constructed with no apparent purpose, and one chapel was built directly over the pit itself, a clear indication of the castle's true intent. It was as if the builders were not erecting a fortress for the living, but a prison for the damned. The absence of essential features led to whispered conversations among the local populace and the craftsmen who labored on its construction. It became clear that Houska Castle was not meant to repel invading armies, nor to house noble bloodlines. Its purpose was far more arcane: to seal the gateway to hell, to contain the darkness that seeped from the chasm below. Rumors abounded of workers who went mad during its construction, speaking in tongues or vanishing without a trace. Stories were told of shadows moving in the forests at night, of chilling screams that emanated from the hole when the wind was still. The very stones of the castle were said to be imbued with a cold that was not of this world, a cold that could seep into one's bones, a reminder of the abyss that lay just beneath. And yet, despite the fear, the construction continued. The castle had to be completed, for the alternative was too horrifying to contemplate. The builders worked with a sense of urgency, driven by the dread of what might emerge should they fail in their task. Houska Castle was to be a barrier between the world of the living and the horrors of the abyss, a shield against the darkness. But as the final stone was laid, and the castle stood complete, one had to wonder, could the efforts of mortal men truly contain the forces of hell, or had they merely erected a monument to their own desperation, a beacon for the darkness to gather and grow? This was the enigma of Houska Castle, a fortress unlike any other, born from fear and shrouded in the mysteries of the otherworldly. As we delve deeper into its story, the line between legend and reality blurs, leaving us to ponder the true nature of the evil it was meant to contain. In the shadow of Houska Castle, where the stone walls stand as silent witnesses to the ages, the fabric of reality seems to thin, giving way to a realm of darkness and despair. As our tale unfolds, we delve into the legends that have seeped into the very mortar of the castle, tales of demonic entities and lost souls that whisper to us from the abyss. The locals spoke of creatures that defy description, beings conjured from the darkest corners of nightmares. They were said to roam the forests surrounding the castle, where the light of day struggled to penetrate the dense canopy of trees. These demonic entities were not bound by the laws of nature. They were manifestations of the malevolence that lay trapped beneath Houska Castle, eager to break free and spread their corruption. One legend tells of a great black dog, its eyes glowing like coals, that would appear at night to stand guard at the castle's gates. Those who crossed its path spoke of a despair so deep it chilled the soul, a harbinger of doom for any who dared to venture too close to the abyss. Another tale recounts the story of a half-human creature, with the body of a man and the head of a beast, that prowled the castle grounds. It was said to emit a foul stench, the smell of decay and death, a scent so overpowering that it could drive a man to madness. This creature was no mere figment of the imagination. It was a sentinel of the gateway, a reminder of the horrors that lay in wait below. But perhaps the most chilling of all the legends are those of the brave or foolhardy souls who sought to explore the hole itself. Driven by curiosity, a desire for knowledge, or sheer hubris, these individuals ventured into the darkness, descending into the bowels of the earth on ropes that seemed to stretch into infinity. They descended in search of answers, in search of the truth behind the legends. That the abyss was not kind to those who intruded upon its secrets. Some were said to have screamed in terror moments after their descent, their prize abruptly silenced as if swallowed by the darkness. Others simply vanished, their ropes pulled from the hole, with no sign of their fate. There are tales of one man who returned, his hair turned white as snow, his mind shattered by what he had witnessed. He spoke incoherently of unspeakable horrors, of a realm of suffering and despair so profound that it defied comprehension. His words were a warning to others, a testament to the folly of tampering with forces beyond human understanding. These legends, these tales of the supernatural, have woven themselves into the fabric of Houska Castle, creating a tapestry of fear and fascination. They serve as a reminder of the thin veil that separates our world from the darkness that lurks just beneath the surface. As we continue our journey through the history and mystery of Houska Castle, we are left to wonder, what truths lie behind these legends? Are they merely stories, conjured from the fears of those who dwell in the shadow of the castle? Or are they echoes of a darker reality, a glimpse into the abyss that waits, hungering, beneath the ancient stones of Houska? As the echoes of the ancient legends of Houska Castle reverberate through the corridors of time, we turn the pages of history to a particularly mysterious chapter. It was a time when the castle, with its foreboding presence and dark reputation, attracted a cadre of the most enigmatic and controversial figures of the age: alchemists, magicians, and practitioners of the occult. These were individuals who operated on the fringes of medieval society, driven by a relentless pursuit of knowledge and power. And Houska Castle, with its alleged gateway to the underworld, became the crucible for their arcane experiments. The allure of the castle for these occult practitioners was unmistakable. Here was a place said to be teeming with dark energies, a nexus of supernatural power that could potentially be harnessed for their esoteric rituals and experiments. The pit, with its unfathomable depths and sinister reputation, was the heart of this allure. It was believed to be a source of untapped power, a wellspring of the forbidden knowledge that these individuals sought to master. In the bowels of the castle, away from the prying eyes of the outside world, the alchemists set to work. Their laboratories were filled with the paraphernalia of their trade: alembics, retorts, and crucibles. They toiled over ancient texts, deciphering arcane symbols in their quest to transmute base metals into gold or discover the elixir of life. But their experiments were not limited to the alchemical. They delved into the realms of the mystical and the magical, performing rituals that were said to summon entities from beyond the pit. Magicians and sorcerers, too, were drawn to Houska Castle, drawn by the lore of its dark mysteries. They walked its halls with an air of secrecy, their minds preoccupied with the unseen forces they sought to command. The castle became a meeting place for these practitioners of the dark arts, a sanctuary where they could exchange knowledge and conduct their rituals in the shadow of the gateway to hell. Tales of these times are shrouded in ambiguity and fear. Whispered accounts tell of strange lights seen in the night sky above the castle, of eerie sounds that emanated from its walls, and of shadows that moved of their own accord. There were rumors of rituals gone awry, of summonings that could not be controlled, and of entities that slipped through the veil to roam the castle grounds. The most daring of these occult practitioners ventured into the pit itself, seeking to draw upon its energies or to communicate with the beings that lay beyond. These descents into the abyss were fraught with danger, and few who undertook them returned unchanged. Some emerged with tales of terrifying visions, of worlds beyond comprehension, while others were never seen again, their fates forever entwined with the mysteries of the pit. The period when Houska Castle served as a haven for alchemists, magicians, and occultists is a testament to the human fascination with the unknown. It was a time when the boundaries between science, magic, and the supernatural were blurred, and when the dark allure of the castle's gateway to hell beckoned those with the courage or folly to explore its depths. As we leave this chapter behind, we are reminded of the enduring mystery of Houska Castle and its pit. The legends and accounts of those who sought to harness its dark energies continue to haunt the castle, a reminder of the thin line that separates our world from the realms beyond. As we venture deeper into the enigmatic tale of Houska Castle, the fabric of our story weaves through chilling accounts of paranormal activity that have left an indelible mark on the castle's storied history. This chapter invites us into the eerie silence that pervades the ancient walls, a silence often broken by whispers from the past and the unsettling presence of the unseen. Within the confines of Houska Castle, the boundary between the material world and the ethereal seems perilously thin, especially near the chapel that sits ominously above the purported gateway to hell. It is here that visitors and locals alike have reported experiences that defy rational explanation, encounters that leave even the most skeptical questioning the nature of reality. The chapel, with its Gothic architecture and sacred relics, should be a place of solace and sanctity. Let many who enter its domain speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, a weight that presses upon the soul, as if the very air is imbued with a foreboding presence. Some have described hearing a low, murmuring chant that seems to emanate from the bowels of the earth below, a sound without source that fades as quickly as it arises, leaving an echoing silence in its wake. Apparitions are among the most frequently reported phenomena within the castle's ancient walls. Witnesses have recounted seeing figures robed in the garb of centuries past, moving silently through the corridors, only to vanish when approached. These spectral entities appear with such clarity that they are often mistaken for living persons, until they dissipate into the ether, leaving behind a chill that lingers in the air. But it is not just the sight of these apparitions that unsettles those who encounter them. It is the profound sadness that seems to emanate from these spectral figures, a sorrow born of untold tragedies and unending torment. They wander the castle, perhaps in search of release from their ethereal bondage, or perhaps as guardians of the secrets that lie hidden beneath. Unexplained noises further contribute to the castle's haunted reputation. The clanking of chains, the sound of footsteps in deserted halls, and doors that creak open of their own accord have all been reported. These sounds, often occurring in the dead of night, create an atmosphere of suspense and unease that pervades the castle, a constant reminder of the unseen forces at play. Yet, it is perhaps the personal experiences of those who visit Houska Castle that are most compelling. Tales of sudden drops in temperature, of being touched by invisible hands, and of an inexplicable feeling of being watched have been shared by many. Cameras and recording equipment malfunction inexplicably, only to resume normal operation once removed from the premises. The accounts of paranormal activity within Houska Castle are as varied as they are chilling. Each story adds a layer to the mystery, a piece to the puzzle that is this ancient fortress. Whether these occurrences are the product of the collective imagination or evidence of something beyond our understanding remains a question without answer. As we conclude this chapter, we are left to ponder the secrets that Houska Castle keeps. The tales of apparitions, unexplained noises, and feelings of dread are but whispers from the past, echoes of the unseen that challenge our perceptions and invite us to explore the mysteries that lie within and beneath this enigmatic stronghold. In the shadows of history and legend, Houska Castle stands as a beacon to those who seek to pierce the veil between the known and the unknown. The tales of apparitions, unexplained phenomena, and eerie whispers from the depths have not only captivated the minds of locals and visitors, but have also drawn the attention of a more discerning audience. Modern-day paranormal investigators and psychic researchers. This chapter delves into the concerted efforts of these individuals, armed with an arsenal of technology and a deep well of spiritual insight, as they attempt to document and understand the supernatural phenomena that pervade the castle. The allure of Houska Castle, with its rich tapestry of legend and spectral activity, has made it a focal point for paranormal investigations from around the world. Teams arrive equipped with electronic voice phenomena, DVP, recorders, infrared cameras, electromagnetic field, EMF, meters, and thermal imaging devices, all in the hope of capturing evidence of the paranormal. The castle's infamous chapel, built directly over the so-called gateway to hell, is often the epicenter of these investigations. Its sacred ground believed to be a hotbed of spiritual activity. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence gathered by these investigators is the recording of EVP's voices that are not heard at the time, but are captured on audio recordings. Within the cold, stone walls of Houska Castle, these disembodied voices seem to whisper secrets from the past. Some recordings contain messages that are indecipherable, shrouded in mystery, while others plead for help or offer chilling warnings to those who listen. The clarity and directness of these EVPs have left even the most seasoned investigators unsettled, their skepticism challenged by the unexplainable nature of these recordings. Thermal imaging cameras, too, have captured anomalies that defy logical explanation. Fluctuations in temperature, often associated with the presence of supernatural entities, have been documented throughout the castle. Cold spots that appear without any discernible cause, sometimes taking on vaguely human shapes, suggest the presence of spirits lingering within the castle's walls. Psychic researchers who have walked the halls of Houska Castle speak of an overwhelming presence that permeates the structure. These sensitives, attuned to the energies of the unseen world, have conducted seances and psychic readings in an attempt to communicate with the spirits that reside there. They tell of encounters with entities that are bound to the castle, either by tragedy or by the dark rituals that have taken place within its confines. These psychics provide a voice for the spirits, sharing their stories and, in some cases, aiding in their release from the earthly realm. Despite the array of equipment and the depth of spiritual experience brought to bear, the investigations into Houska Castle often raise more questions than they answer. Anomalies captured on film, inexplicable readings on scientific instruments, and psychic impressions all point to the existence of something beyond the realm of the living. Yet, the true nature of the phenomena remains as elusive as the shadows that flicker in the corners of the eye. The efforts of these paranormal investigators and psychic researchers have added a modern chapter to the story of Houska Castle, blending ancient lore with contemporary science in a quest to understand the supernatural. Their findings, while intriguing, lead us on the threshold of understanding, peering into the darkness in search of answers that lie just beyond our grasp. As we close this chapter, the mysteries of Houska Castle loom larger than ever. The castle, with its centuries-old secrets and enduring hauntings, continues to challenge our perceptions of reality, inviting us to explore the depths of the unknown. As our journey through the enigmatic corridors of Houska Castle continues, we find ourselves in the present day, where the past and the present intertwine in the shadows of this ancient fortress. Today, Houska Castle stands not only as a monument to its mysterious origins and chilling legends, but also as a testament to the enduring human fascination with the paranormal and the unseen forces that exist just beyond the reach of our understanding. In recent years, Houska Castle has emerged from the mists of obscurity to become a beacon for those drawn to the mysteries of the supernatural. Its doors are now open to visitors from around the world, inviting the curious, the brave, and the skeptical to walk its haunted halls and explore its dark history. The castle's current state is one of careful preservation, a balance between maintaining its ancient allure and accommodating the influx of those eager to experience its enigmatic atmosphere firsthand. Preservation efforts have been undertaken with a deep respect for the castle's historical significance and its place in the cultural heritage of the region. These efforts ensure that Houska Castle remains not just a relic of the past, but a living piece of history that continues to captivate and intrigue. The preservation of the castle is a tribute to its unique role in the folklore and legend of the Czech Republic, honoring the tales and spirits that dwell within its walls. Yet, it is the castle's reputation as one of the most haunted locations in the world that has ignited the imagination of the public and propelled Houska Castle into the spotlight of ghost tourism. Visitors come in search of the paranormal, eager to encounter the spirits that are said to roam the castle. Guided tours offer a glimpse into the castle's haunted past, recounting tales of apparitions, unexplained phenomena, and the chilling legends that have made Houska Castle a destination for those who seek to brush shoulders with the otherworldly. The ongoing fascination with the castle's mysteries extends beyond mere ghostly encounters. Paranormal researchers, historians, and filmmakers have all been drawn to Houska Castle, each seeking to uncover a piece of the puzzle that is its legacy. Documentaries and television programs have featured the castle, delving into its history and exploring the accounts of supernatural activity that have been reported over the centuries. Through these efforts, the legend of Houska Castle continues to grow, reaching a global audience, and ensuring that its stories are shared with the world. Despite the passage of time, the mysteries of Houska Castle remain as compelling as ever. The castle stands as a bridge between the past and the present, a place where history is alive and the veil between the worlds is thin. Its allure lies not just in the ghosts and legends that inhabit its stones, but in the human desire to explore the unknown, to confront our fears, and to seek answers to the mysteries that have puzzled us for centuries. As we conclude this chapter, Houska Castle remains shrouded in mystery, its secrets guarded by the passage of time. The efforts to preserve this ancient fortress ensure that it will continue to captivate the imagination of future generations, inviting them to explore its haunted halls and perhaps one day to uncover the truth that lies hidden within its storied past. In the heart of darkness, beneath the ancient stones of Houska Castle, lies a mystery that has whispered its secrets for centuries, beckoning the brave and the foolish alike to peer into its depths. This final chapter ventures into the unknown, into the abyss that is said to be a gateway to hell itself. Here, at the edge of the chasm, we blend the threads of history with the fabric of imagination, daring to ponder what lies beneath and its connection to the underworld. The origins of the hole beneath Houska Castle are shrouded in the mists of time, its true nature obscured by legend and fear. What is known is that it is ancient, predating the castle that stands guard over its secrets. The chasm is said to plunge into the very bowels of the earth, a dark void from which no light returns, and from which chilling screams and otherworldly howls have been reported to emanate. Historical research suggests that such pits were often considered to be gateways to the underworld in ancient and medieval lore, places where the veil between worlds was thin and could be traversed by spirits, both malevolent and benign. The decision to build Houska Castle over this particular abyss may have been an attempt to contain its dark energies, to seal away the portal that allowed such entities to enter our world. But what if the hole is more than just a passage to the underworld? Let us speculate for a moment on the nature of this chasm. Imagine a place not bound by the physical laws of our world, where time and space warp in unimaginable ways. A realm of shadows, where the spirits of the damned are condemned to wander in eternal darkness, and where creatures of nightmare reside, waiting for the chance to slip through the cracks in our reality. The legends that surround Houska Castle speak of demonic creatures and lost souls that emerged from the depths. Could it be that the pit is a prison, a containment for entities too powerful and malevolent to be allowed to roam freely? Or is it a gateway, a door that swings both ways, allowing not just the passage of demons into our world, but also offering a path for the bravest or most foolish of souls to venture into the realms beyond. Throughout history, there have been accounts of individuals who sought to explore the pit, driven by curiosity, a desire for knowledge, or a quest for power. They descended into the darkness, tethered to our world by ropes and the hope of return. Some were said to have come back changed, their eyes haunted by what they had seen, while others disappeared, swallowed by the chasm's insatiable hunger. In our speculative exploration, we imagine the chasm beneath Houska Castle as a nexus of cosmic power, a point where the energies of the universe converge. It is a place of magic and terror, of secrets that are hidden deep within the earth, guarded by the castle above. The nature of the whole and its connection to the underworld remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of our time, a puzzle that tantalizes the imagination and challenges our understanding of the world. As we conclude our journey through the legend and lore of Houska Castle, we are left with more questions than answers. The castle and its enigmatic chasm remain a testament to the enduring human fascination with the supernatural, a reminder of the mysteries that still elude our grasp. The hole beneath Houska Castle invites us to wonder, to dream, and to fear, for within its depths lie secrets that are perhaps best left undiscovered. As our journey through the shadowed halls and ancient mysteries of Houska Castle comes to a close, we find ourselves standing on the threshold between light and darkness, between known truths and whispered secrets. The castle, with its imposing stone walls and eerie silence, leaves an indelible mark on the tapestry of the paranormal, a monument to the unexplained that stands defiant against the passage of time. The enduring mystery of Houska Castle, with its legends of demonic creatures, spectral apparitions, and the ominous chasm that is said to be a gateway to hell, continues to captivate the imagination of all who hear its tale. Its impact on local lore and a broader realm of paranormal studies is immeasurable, a beacon for those who seek to understand the mysteries that lie beyond the veil of our reality. Why, then, does Houska Castle continue to intrigue and terrify those who delve into its dark past? The answer lies in the universal human fascination with the unknown, the allure of the forbidden and the unseen. The castle represents a journey into the heart of darkness, a venture into the depths of fear and the unknown that resonates with the deepest parts of our psyche. The stories and legends that have woven themselves into the fabric of Houska Castle are more than just tales of ghosts and demons. They are reflections of our own fears and desires, a mirror that reveals the darkness that lurks within us all. The castle challenges us to confront these fears, to question the nature of the unseen, and to ponder the existence of worlds beyond our understanding. As we step back from the precipice, leaving the mysteries of Houska Castle to slumber in the shadows, we carry with us the haunting beauty of its legend. The castle remains a sentinel on the border of the known and the unknown, a reminder of the mysteries that await us in the darkness. The tale of Houska Castle is not just a story of ghosts and legends. It is a journey into the heart of the human experience, an exploration of the fears and wonders that shape our understanding of the world. It stands as a testament to the enduring human quest for knowledge, a quest that leads us into the darkness in search of light. As we conclude our journey, let us remember that the mysteries of Houska Castle are but a chapter in the vast book of the unknown. The castle's dark past, its spectral inhabitants, and a chasm that yawns beneath its foundations invite us to continue our exploration of the paranormal, to seek out the secrets that lie hidden in the shadows of our world. Thank you, dear listeners, for joining me on this journey into the darkness. May the mysteries of Houska Castle inspire you to seek your own adventures into the unknown, to question the nature of reality, and to embrace the mysteries that surround us all. Until we meet again, remember, the darkness holds wonders that are yet to be discovered, and fear is but the beginning of the journey. As the final echoes of our tale fade into the silence, we draw the curtain on the enigmatic saga of Houska Castle. Our journey together through the veiled passages of history and the shadowy realms of the supernatural comes to a close. But the story of Houska Castle, with its whispers of darkness and light, of fear and fascination, remains open-ended, a book whose pages continue to turn with each visitor, each tale, each shiver in the night. This castle, perched on the edge of legend and reality, reminds us of the mysteries that persist in our world, challenging our perceptions and inviting us to wonder. It stands as a sentinel to the unknown, a guardian of stories yet to be told. The mysteries of Houska Castle, like all great mysteries, do not end with the closing of a chapter or the silence that follows the end of a tale. They linger in the mind, sparks in the darkness that light the way for future explorers of the paranormal and the unknown. To you, our listeners, who have walked with me through the shadows of Houska Castle, I offer my deepest thanks. Your curiosity, your willingness to delve into the heart of mystery, is a reminder that the journey into the unknown is not a path we walk alone. It is a shared adventure, a collective quest for understanding that binds us across the ages. As we part ways, let the story of Houska Castle be a beacon, illuminating the path to further explorations, to more stories that lie waiting in the shadows. The world is full of mysteries, of tales untold and secrets undiscovered. Houska Castle is but one beacon in the darkness, one tale in the infinite library of the unknown. So, dear listeners, as we say farewell, remember that the end of this podcast is not the end of your journey. It is an invitation, a door ajar to the vast unknown that awaits. May your path be lit by curiosity, and may you find wonder in the darkness. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of mystery. Until we meet again, keep seeking, keep questioning, and dare to explore the shadows. Good night, and may your dreams be filled with the mysteries yet to be unraveled.